the behavior of the altimeter. How does it behave? We all know it senses the pressure, right? Static pressure. And we all know that low pressure, we have isobars which are tightly packed. In high pressure, we have widely spaced isobars, right? We all know this. So today we'll discuss about how does the altimeter behave when we are flying from an area of low pressure towards high pressure. Because obviously, if you want to fly at a flight level, supposedly you're flying at flight level 100, which is 10,000 feet, okay? You are at cruising. So you departed from an area of low pressure, for example, and now you're on cruising. So from point A to point B, do you think the pressure would be same throughout your flight? Pressure will change, obviously, because pressure changes. Depends on the temperature also, whether it's hot, whether it is cold, or pressure is dropping, whether pressure is increasing. All these things are there in the air. Obviously, they'll be there. It's never constant. If you want to fly a constant pressure level, is it possible that your whole flight, when will you descend? Otherwise, you'll be flying on same flight level throughout your flight. You won't descend only. Because you said, no, today I'll fly on flight level 100. So till the time I reach my destination, I'll be on flight level 100. Is it possible? Because you have to descend also. When you start descending, when you start doing your approach, you know, approach is in different stages also. So when you're doing your approach, obviously you'll be descending down. Pressure will change. How would the altimeter behave? It also will sense the pressure, right? It will sense a change in pressure. Sometimes when you're flying from a low pressure to high pressure, you might have noticed something I've written on the board. Flying from an area of high pressure towards the area of low pressure, your altimeter is overreading. It is showing you higher than its actual position of the aircraft because it is unable to sense the change in the pressure because you have been flying on cruise level for quite some time. Remember barometric error, temperature error we did yesterday, right? So now the altimeter doesn't know there are pressure lines out there. It doesn't know that. Does the altimeter know physically there are pressure lines? First of all, are there physical pressure lines in the air? No, they're not there. It is just sensing the change in pressure. So this thing is called varying pressure. Varying. Pressure varies throughout your flight. What used to happen in my cross countries when I was flying cross countries? So I was cruising at some flight level 85, 95, whatever flight level. So in between, I told you yesterday also, the station would call the ATC from Bangalore. They would call all station, latest QNH 1014 or 1015, whatever. I used to write it. And you do the changes also. Because you're currently flying at QNE 1013.25. That person is basically telling all aircrafts in the area that pressure has changed. Now, whether it has increased or decreased depends on what the pressure is telling. It is 1014, that means pressure has increased by 1 hectopascal. I'll have to do the setting in my altimeter to fly on the correct flight level because other pilots are also doing the same thing. If they don't do the same thing, first of all, if one person makes a mistake and others don't make it, you'll be caught. But if all of you are making the mistake, none of the pilots bother to change the QNH, let him say whatever he's saying. We'll fly at 1013. Then also you'll be safe because nobody bothered to change it. So you'll be flying safe only. But imagine you didn't change and other pilots changed. The altitude difference will be there, no? Now maybe they're coming closer to you. Maybe they're going further than you because you chose not to do it. It is the responsibility of the ATC and you'll be caught also, by the way, because ATC will catch it on the radar. I told you yesterday. Okay, and then they'll tell you what the hell are you doing? Flying from an area of high pressure to low pressure, the trick is high, low, high, or low, high, low. This is the best trick. You can never go wrong with this trick. Instead of thinking, okay, I'm going from an area, high pressure, low pressure, what did sir tell in the class? Altimeter capsules will behave in a certain way. Isobar lines are getting closer. That is all for theory. In the exam, use shortcuts. Shortcut is high, low, high. If the question comes, you're flying through, taking off from an area which has widely spaced isobars. First thing which should come to your mind is, it's a high pressure area. And you're flying to an area where isobars are getting closer. That means you're flying to low pressure. What should your altimeter or what will your altimeter read? Underread, overread, or same? You will answer overread. This is a trick, high, low, high. You can write it down in notes. Those who have joined late also online, I want you to write this thing as it is in your notes. Okay. high, low, high, low, high, low. And if you're flying from an area of low pressure to high pressure, altimeter would underread. So this will differ. This will change what? What will it? If it is underreading and overreading, how does it affect me? Let the altimeter read whatever it wants to read. I'm a pilot. I'll fly the aircraft. How does it affect me? What is happening? You will have indicated and true altitude which will not match. Your indicated altitude will be something else, but in reality, you'll be flying some other altitude. Because the altimeter does not sense. Altimeter is not bothered about whether pressure lines are getting closer or no. It is sensing pressure outside. That's all. That's the job of the altimeter, to sense pressure from outside. The ATC, if the ATC doesn't tell me on the way, all station, latest QNH 1014, does the altimeter know the pressure has changed till the time I do the setting? Because I remember yesterday I told you it is the only instrument on which I have command over. As a pilot, I have command over that instrument. I will tell the instrument from where that you will measure my vertical distance from. Understanding my point? All right.